Welcome everybody, and today we're taking a look at a relatively new release from Paramount Home Video. So you can basically look at this release as a kind of like the Warner Brothers Archive collection releases in terms of not much in terms of physical presentation and the like, or extras really on the disc. But it is nice to have these films nonetheless released physically, and it is 1955's The Court Jester. So this is directed by Norman Panama and Melvin Frank, who I've not seen anything from before, and this is a historical musical comedy. Clocks in at 101 minutes long, and stars the likes of Danny Kaye, who I've not seen anything else from before, but he's a notable actor regardless, as well as Glynis Johns, who we've talked about recently in Another Time, Another Place, Basil Rathbone, who I've seen in 27 other films. We talked about him earlier this year in the Criterion 4K release of Captain Blood. We've also got Angela Lansbury, who I've seen in 10 other films. She was great in the likes of Gaslight, the 1948 version of The Three Musketeers, and the original The Manchurian Candidate. You've also got Cecil Parker in this, who was in The Lady Vanishes and the original The Lady Killers. And in supporting roles, you've got the likes of John Carradine and Alan Napier. So going into this, I had no idea this was a musical. Generally a genre that I avoid for the most part, because, yeah, most musicals that I have seen, I have not enjoyed at all. Thankfully, though, that aspect isn't annoying, while also being a musical in the old school way, in that the plot isn't overstuffed with songs. I think there's only like 4 or 5 in this overall. That said, that aspect is also decent in terms of the songs. They're well written and choreographed, sung and the like, and provides a solid amount of entertainment in of itself. The cast is also great. The pacing is on point. The cinematography is superb. It is in color, and yeah, it just looks absolutely sensational. The production value is excellent as well. There's some matte painting shots in this that look near and look no different really to an actual shot if you're like peering over a cliff or there's a castle in the background or something like that, as it looks absolutely sensational in that regard. The production design is also suitably colourful for the film of this tone. There are plenty of laughs. There's a scene in this where Danny Kaye is dressed up as a old man while Glynis Johns is alongside him as a wench, as they call it in the film. And he's, yeah, really really superb at trying to distract the guards from the fact that he isn't who he's saying he is, and just trying to annoy them as much as possible just to let them go and move on their way. And yeah, that scene alone is really really hilarious. But then there's also plenty of that kind of tongue twister scenes as well, which are well written and well acted as on top of that. So yeah, it's just generally a really rather funny film, which again I wasn't expecting, and is overall engaging throughout as well. So yeah, considering this is a musical, which like I said I wasn't entirely privy to when before I watched this, surprisingly enjoyed this quite a lot, and it gets a 4 out of 5. Yeah, as far as musicals go, this is definitely one of the better ones, and yeah, just in terms of the way it looks with the really colourful costumes, really rather lavish sets, beautiful looking cinematography, which is in the VistaVision format as well, as you can see there, which we've talked about earlier this year with a couple of Western films from Imprint, um, because they were also done by Paramount at the time. And yeah, looks absolutely glorious in that format. And yeah, it's just a really, really good natured film overall, to be honest. And yeah, generally funny and has an all-star cast. So can't recommend this highly enough, to be honest, especially if you are unsure about musicals in general. I would say this is definitely one of the better ones. And yeah, really nice send up of the kind of swashbuckling genre of film as well, which obviously the likes of Angela Lansbury had been starred in with the Three Musketeers. So yeah, it's good in that good in that respect as well. But like the Warner Brother Archive Collection releases, not much else to this release. Not even a printed disc, no reversible sleeve artwork, no booklet, no poster, no art cards and the like. And in terms of extras, you've got filmmaker focus, Leonard Maltin on the Court Jester, and a theatrical trailer as well. But in terms of the presentation of the disc, it's 178 to 1 aspect ratio widescreen. Got English 2.0 mono DTS HD master audio. And you also have multiple non-English language versions as well, uh, French Parisian, and then German as well, also in 2.0 mono Dolby Digital. And you have subtitles for English English subtitles were definitely hard of hearing, and more besides. So yeah, really really good effort, to be honest, and one that I do highly recommend. Especially like I said, if you're typically not sure about musicals, then yeah, this might well be one that surprises you in that that genre is executed in a way that isn't annoying and isn't overbearing. Because I do find that musicals can be a little bit overbearing at times, and this just isn't in that case. So yeah, see it if you haven't already. But if you have seen The Court Jester before, let's hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.